This is a quick review of the Shimano RX8 gravel racing shoe in the context of general use. As well as the shoes, the only other thing that came in the box were an additional set of higher instep arch supports. A prerequisite for buying these shoes was that they take SPD cleats, and those cleats could be recessed into the sole. The shoe uppers are thin, soft and compliant, and perforated. The shoe foot orifice is well padded. Inside are a set of thin but well sculpted insoles. At the front of the shoe there's a Velcro fastening. The main shoe adjustment is activated by a boa system. It has a single adjuster on each shoe that pulls the boa cable through 2 points of contact. Additionally, you can adjust the shoe by swapping the arch support. The soles are made of carbon fibre and are extremely stiff. On the base of the sole there are a number of large plastic upstands that should enhance grip and allow the cleats to be recessed. My shoes and a set of cleats come in at 780 grams. I had to stretch the foot orifice a bit in order to get my foot into the shoe. This was not difficult, but they're not the easiest shoes to slip on. Taking them off though was easy. The Velcro straps weren't very useful in making shoe adjustments. The boa system, though, I found works very well. I can easily adjust the shoe tension both off and on the bike. Despite only having one adjuster on each shoe, I found they tightened evenly across the top of my feet. Before using the boa system, I was concerned that the boa cable might get tangled, but this has never happened. Overall, I found the boa system work very well. The textured soles and the recessed cleats should help with walking. In practice though, I found walking a little awkward due to the unyielding nature of the sole. I also found the plastic upstands on the sole didn't always grip man-made surfaces very well, particularly in the wet. Indeed, on some cafe floors I found them quite slippery. I mentioned that the shoe uppers were perforated. They are therefore not waterproof, and they're certainly not the warmest shoes. I have, however, been using them in colder weather with the addition of overshoes. It helped that I upsized the shoes, as this allows me to use slightly thicker socks. This made them okay for shorter rides at a couple of degrees centigrade, but I wouldn't like to use them for longer rides or for lower temperatures. Before buying, I tried on my regular size, a size 47, and found this fitted snugly. The sizing seems to be spot on. For reasons covered earlier, I decided to go one size up. Although those very stiff soles did prevent localized pressure in the cleat area, I found them unyielding. Personally, I would have liked extra flexibility in the soles, as this helps when I'm off the bike. I know it's hyperbole, but the stiff soles did make the pedaling action feel more direct. The thin insoles didn't help with the rigid feel of the shoe. However, I did swap out the instep padding for a thicker one, which was great. I've had no problems with the supple uppers. However, the rigid sole becomes more of a problem on longer rides. I've used them on rides up to about 80 kilometers, which has been okay. However, I wouldn't use these for long distance rides like Audax. For those I revert to my touring shoes, which are more supple and easier to walk in. The official price for these shoes is a not insubstantial £220, although you can routinely purchase them for about £150. I paid £115. Although these RX8s are marketed as a gravel racing shoe, I'm reviewing them for more general road and light off-road use. I have no opinion of them as a gravel racing shoe. These will be ideal for somebody who's looking for a high-performance road shoe that can be more easily walked in. Of course, they are only suitable for people with SPD pedals. They're better suited to warm conditions, but not for people that want to keep their feet dry. Steer away from them if you don't like rigid soles, or if you plan to use them in cold and wet weather. Personally, I wouldn't use them for long-distance events or where I might be doing a lot of walking. At the price I paid, £115, I consider them reasonable value for money. I certainly wouldn't have paid the full price though. If I could go back and choose again, for my style of riding, I would probably choose something less racy.